Hello and welcome back to Lately Fashionable. Let's fix some blouses. Starting with this one that I'm wearing. As you may know, I am doing a year of dressing vintage, and when I went to my closet this morning, I picked out this outfit. Cute, right? Not cute. When I made this blouse back in July, I made it with not quite enough fabric, which I love to do. But this time I think I was just not quite successful because the blouse will not stay tucked in to a skirt or pair of pants. So like I said, I made this blouse in July and I think I've worn it exactly once since I finished it because it does this and it's just not comfortable to wear, so I don't pull it from my closet because I have other more comfortable things to wear. So it just doesn't get any use, which is unfortunate because it is really cute and it was a pain to make, so I want that work to have been worth it. Fortunately, I have a solution. So when I made it, I was using the bodice portion of this dress pattern, which is why it doesn't really work as a blouse. It's meant to be a dress. I'm going to fix my problem by making it into a dress. Luckily, I have a skirt ready to go. I did not share about it in the video for my vintage Dr. Crusher cosplay, but when I was making that ensemble, I did make a mock-up of the skirt to see if it was going to fit, if I needed to adjust it at all, and I did, so the mock-up was helpful. This is that mock-up, and for some reason I went ahead and made it with pockets, I guess with the idea of turning it into a skirt, and I did have to let out the seams, which informed cutting out the actual skirts for the vintage cosplay. I just cut them with a larger seam allowance and that worked. But now I have this skirt ready to go and it's roughly the same color as the blouse, so I am going to attach it to the blouse and make this a dress that I will likely only wear under skirts. Unfortunately, this does mean I will take away the option to wear this blouse with pants, but I'm okay with that because I will, I think, still get more wear out of it than if I don't attach it to a skirt. And who knows, if I like the look of it, I might wear it as a dress. These are not the same fabric, quite clearly, so it might look dumb. But having it be close to the same color I think will help if, when raising my arms, a little bit of the skirt does show popping out from the waistband of whatever I'm wearing it under. But I also do think that having this with a fitted waist will help keep it pulled down. So that's my hope. We'll see how this goes. And while I'm at it, I figured I might as well make these other two blouses wearable at the same time. So this one I have not worn yet because I want to lower the arm side. It feels really tight around my arm, and I also didn't want the gathered look of the sleeve head here. So I think by lowering the bottom of the arm side, thereby making it larger, I will be able to ease these gathers in without the actual gathers, and that will make the sleeve look the way I want it to look. I think the pattern does have gathers, but I just didn't like how the sleeve turned out. So I would much rather have it smoothed in. And once I've done that, I think I will be a lot more comfortable wearing this. I did really like this blouse, and again, I think I only wore it once, maybe only for a try-on at the end of the video. I might not have even worn it a full day, but I really like it. It has short sleeves, it's getting warmer, I want to be able to wear it, so we're gonna make it work. And finally, the cream blouse with the bishop sleeves. I've stopped calling it the cream rayon blouse because it's not rayon. You may remember that I put the sleeves in backwards. The right one is on the left side and the left one is on the right side, so I need to swap them. And I've been putting that off because I did flat felled seams. And it's going to be a pain. It was a pain to do the first time. But actually I'm hoping it will be a little bit less difficult than doing the flat felled seams the first time, because this fabric, being, as I suspect, polyester, does not like to hold a crease the way rayon would. So getting the flat felled seams pressed before I could stitch them properly was the big pain. And now that they have been pressed really well and stitched down and washed, I'm hoping the crease will hold and I will be able to transfer them without any problems. I have hope that it will work. It's just going to be a trial. I'm going to get through it. I have worn this blouse a couple of times, but the fact that the cuffs are backwards does annoy me, and I want it to be better, so. And I should really do that before it gets way too hot to wear long sleeves. Right now we're sort of still in the in-between where there are cooler days because it is spring. So all of these are urgent. This one is the most urgent. I was supposed to be video editing right now, and I was sitting there at my computer and I just could not handle the way this blouse won't stay tucked in. So I'm gonna fix it right now. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Let's get to the sewing. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to need to do a deep hem on this skirt so that it doesn't show below the hem of the skirt I'm going to wear it under. But that's fine because I think the pattern called for a 2-inch wide hem anyway, so that will be fine. Let's see. I have already overlocked all of the seam allowances, so that's good. I was doing a pocket placket closure on one side, it looks like. So this is going to be a little bit tricky because the skirt closes at the side, but the blouse obviously closes in the front. And I think the way this pattern dealt with that was a side zipper. I hate side zippers, so I don't want to do that. Okay. Let's just try this on and see what we're working with. Okay, so this works. I can get into it easily, relatively. So a couple of things. I don't think I will ever wear this as a dress, unless maybe I wear a belt. That would kind of break up the 2 different colors. Well, 3 different colors. Now, it has occurred to me, and maybe it's occurred to you too, that it would be easier for a wearability point of view if I were to create some sort of attachment system, like maybe buttons or snaps on the inside of the waistband of all of my skirts and pants that would then attach to the blouse. And maybe that would be easier to wear, but that sounds like a lot more work and I don't want to do it. So I'm doing this instead, and if I really want to wear this blouse with trousers, I could probably cut off the skirt, like at the high hip. That's mid-hip, but I don't think I want to do that either. I think I'm just going to give up on being able to wear this blouse as a blouse. It's going to be a dress that I then wear other skirts over. That's what it's going to be. I'm just going to be okay with it. So I'm going to leave this portion unattached. I will sew the center front of the skirt to the blouse, starting at the right side opening, and then all the way around, and stop here, actually here, at the pocket placket. And then the rest of this will be loose, like it is now, but it should stay under the other side of the blouse that overlaps. so I think I'm gonna be okay. And the waistband will be tight enough. I think that it will keep it in line. And really it's the side seams of the blouse that have the tendency to pop out. That is where it is shortest. So that's what needs to be anchored to the skirt. I think this is gonna work. I think we're gonna be good. This is already so much more comfortable than I was 10 minutes ago. So I think we're going in the right direction.
Query for my fellow sewists. How do you store your safety pins, open or closed? My mom is a quilter, and she has a large quantity of those specialty quilting safety pins, you know, the ones that are bent for layering quilts. And she stores them open in a little tub so that she can quickly grab one and immediately use it without futzing around trying to open it and wasting precious time. I personally cannot live like that. I need mine all to be closed so that I know I won't stab myself trying to get just one safety pin out of a jumbled mess of sharp, pokey things. Anyway, I marked with straight pins where the safety pins were, then removed them so that I could pin the pieces with right sides together. I was very unconcerned about gathering or pleating the excess blouse fabric into the waist of the skirt evenly. I just pinned the centers, side seams, and darts, and ran it through the machine.
I lost bobbin chicken. Curses! Okay, it worked. So much more comfortable. I almost do want to wear this as a dress. I think it will need a belt though. In the meantime, yes, that works. Oh, so much better. I can raise my arms. Perfect. Success!
Time to start on the next blouse. This one was pretty simple, just removing the sleeves, adjusting the arm size, and sewing them back on. I marked each sleeve with red and green pins to denote port and starboard, so that I would be sure to put them back on correctly. I went ahead and overlocked the seam allowances rather than worry about flat felt seams on this one. I wanted it done quickly, and I also had picked out a slightly different light gray thread than the one I had used to construct it, so the top stitching wouldn't match. But I'm fine with this choice. Not every blouse needs to have flat felled arm size.
All done! Well, that worked great. I've got much more comfortable range of motion now. Very happy with this. I will probably wear this blouse tomorrow, so yay. I actually almost pulled it out to wear it today before I picked the mint rayon blouse. And then I said, no, don't wear that one because I know you want to fix the sleeves first, and if it has to go through another wash cycle before you fix it, it's just going to delay the inevitable, so let's do it now. And I'm really glad I did. I love it. And it's now lunchtime, so I'm gonna go eat and come back and tackle the cream blouse. See you in a bit. Okay, I am back. Not only did I eat lunch, but I also ran a couple of errands, and it is only 1:30, so I have an hour and a half to fix this blouse. Wish me luck, please. I'm going to need it.
Well, I was right that this went much faster than the first time around doing the flat-felled arm size. The challenge was in matching up the original stitching lines instead of the raw edges, since one seam allowance was now trimmed much narrower than the other. But the crease already being set in made the whole thing much easier.
so much less difficult than I thought it would be. Oh, I'm so excited. Yes. It's perfect now. I really love it. The sleeves are on correctly. It looks right. Oh, I love this blouse. I love it so much. Yeah, it worked. I am tempted to just continue wearing this all day because it's so fun. Well, that was an incredibly successful one-day project. 3 projects in one. I fixed all 3 blouses, all 3 issues. I'm so proud of myself. And it didn't take nearly as much time as I anticipated, so very happy with the results on all 3 of these. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. I do have some more garments with issues that need to be fixed before I am comfortable wearing them in my everyday life. So there will be more of this type of content coming soon. So I will see you in the next one. Bye! And it's just will not stay tucked in to a shirt. I want all of that work to be worth having done.